I'm Brianna from SeasonedBy.com, and along my food journey, I've met a lot of talented chefs. Now it's time to bring those chefs into my kitchen. I introduce to you Chef Robert Butts, aka Chef Robbie B, in the Seasoned Bottle Kitchen Takeover.
Welcome everybody, my name is Chef Robbie B. I'm here to take over Seasoned Bottling's kitchen today. We're going to make some chili beef wraps, something really simple, something really easy and very affordable. My family was big on cooking, and like one thing about my grandma, she traveled around the world a lot. So she had a lot of food influences. So sometimes we'll have something that's like French, or sometimes we'll have something that's like Mexican. But she always made like some type of Asian inspired dish, especially for the holidays. Like it would be like this Asian turkey or something like that. And I just love the natural flavors of the sweet, spicy, because I just love heat. And I don't know what it is, but just the fact that you get that heat, it hits the back of your throat, you're like, heat. The next you know, it goes sweet, you're like, oh, okay, sweet. But then it comes savory again. It's just something so good about it. And it's so much you can do with it. It's so broad. So like, that's why I like it so much. To start our wraps off, we gotta start with ground beef and ground pork. The reason why we're using the pork is because we don't want the beef to dry out. The pork adds nice fatness to it to keep it nice and moist. The ground meat, you have to remember that it's mounted up with cheap cuts like skirt steaks, short ribs, so it needs a little bit of help, which comes in seasonings. So we're gonna add a little salt and a little bit of pepper. And together we're just gonna mix it all together. To start cooking our ground beef, we're gonna start with a very hot pan. As you can see, we already put the olive oil in. You wanna get that oil nice and hot because you want the meat to crisp up. The crispier it is, the more bite you get. Okay, when cooking your meat, you wanna also make sure that it gets really, really dark and brown. As you can see now, the meat is completely turning brown. We're gonna get a little taste to see how our seasoning is. And it's spot on. It's really good. The reason why we're draining the meat is because we're gonna get that oil slash fat off of the meat. Because if you do, it's gonna become really moist, still boiling it, and it's gonna lose all the flavor and texture when it goes back into the fat. So that's why we're gonna drain it. Now that we've drained our meat, we're gonna add some more flavor into it. For my beef lettuce wraps, I'm a little Asian inspired. So we have here some little sesame oil, which is actually sesame oil, sesame seeds, which is extracted into oil. We have some ginger, some garlic, as well as green onions. First we added the sesame seed oil to get it started. Then we added our red chilies. That way we can sweat those out a little bit, extract some of the flavor. Then we added some ginger and garlic, get those going a little bit, those take not as long to cook. Then we add a little brown sugar to kind of candy them a little bit. That way it can counteract with the saltiness of the meat as well as the soy sauce. We're gonna add a little bit of lime juice. Added the meat back into the pot, that way the flavor can start going with the meat, cooking a little bit. And then we added some green onions, just to give it a nice little bite at the end. And lastly, we're gonna finish with a little bit of lime zest. We're gonna finish with a nice little sauce to complement the beef wraps. So we're gonna start with a little bit of sesame oil, pour that in, as well as add a little olive oil, just to kill some of the richness of the sesame oil. A little bit of brown sugar, stir in, a little bit of soy sauce. Taste, because we're gonna make sure it's not too salty. You want that blend of sweet and spicy. As well, we're gonna finish off with a little bit of green onions. Now it's time to build our wraps. Grab a nice piece of lettuce. This is romaine, but you can also use baby gem lettuce, which is even more perfect. We're gonna get a little spoonful, place on a plate, and spoon a little of our sauce on top. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, my chili beef lettuce wraps. Perfect for a spring and summer day. Even better for your friends who are athletic, who always want something to eat. Yes, it's good that they have a chef as a friend who can always come with something cheap, something really delicious, as well as healthy. Thank you, Seasoned Bottles, for letting me invade your kitchen. I'm sure this will not be the last time. There's many more to come, and y'all have a good day.